The park was alive that evening, a canvas of golden light and whispering leaves. It was September 25, a crisp Saturday in Columbus, Ohio, just as the sun dipped low, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose. A breeze carried the laughter of kids on swings, the hum of joggers' sneakers, the faint strum of a busker's guitar. In the midst of it all walked Lena Harris, 29, black, her curls bouncing with each step, her hand intertwined with Ethan Cole. White, his easy smile a quiet rebellion against the world's noise. They were just a couple in love, strolling, their fingers locked, their hearts open. Lena wore a yellow sundress, Ethan a faded denim jacket. Their steps synced like a song. They were talking about dinner, maybe tacos, maybe pasta, when the patrol car rolled up, its light slicing through the dusk like a warning. Lena's stomach dropped. Ethan's grip tightened. They were just walking, just loving, but to Officer Craig Harlan. 4. White, with a badge and a bias. They were a problem, a black woman and a white man, together, and that was enough to make them targets. IDs, now. Harlan barked, stepping out, his voice a blade, his hand resting on his holster like it was itching to move. Lena froze, her breath catching, her mind racing. Why? Ethan stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. Officer, what's this about? We're just walking. Harlan's eyes flicked to Lena, then back to Ethan, a sneer curling his lip. I said IDs. You deaf? Lena felt the park's joy fade, the kids' laughter muted, the breeze colder. She knew this script, raised by a father, Marvin, who taught her to navigate these moments. Be polite, be quick, be alive. He'd say, his voice heavy with a lifetime of stops. So Lena reached for her purse, slow, deliberate, her hands trembling but visible. Sir, here's my ID, she said, her tone soft, practiced, hoping compliance would shield them. Ethan handed his over too, his jaw tight, his eyes burning with questions he knew better than to ask. Harlan snatched the cards, his gaze lingering on Lena, like her existence was the crime. You two don't look right together, he muttered, loud enough to sting. Got a call about suspicious activity. Fits you. Suspicious activity. Those words hit like a punch. Lena's heart pounded, her throat tightened. What call? They'd been walking, laughing, planning dinner. The only thing suspicious was her skin, his arm around her. Their love crossing lines some couldn't stand. Ethan spoke up, his voice sharper now. Officer, that's not a reason. We're not doing anything wrong. Harlan spun, his face red, his finger jabbing Ethan's chest. You don't tell me what's wrong. Boy, step back, or you're both in cuffs. Lena's hand shot out, touching Ethan's arm. A silent plea, don't, not now. She knew the stakes, knew black bodies paid first, knew her love for him wouldn't stop a baton, a bullet, a badge. Harlan turned to her, his eyes cold, his voice low. You spread your legs, hands on the car, Lena's world tilted, her yellow dress suddenly a spotlight, her love a crime scene. The crowd grew, joggers slowing, families pausing, phones rising, filming, but no one stepped in. No one dared. Lena stood, legs apart, hands pressed against the patrol car's hot metal, her curls falling in her face, her dignity slipping like sand. Harlan patted her down, rough, his hands lingering, invasive, like he was searching for more than weapons, like he was punishing her for existing, for loving Ethan, for being black in a park. Ethan's voice broke, desperate. "This is wrong. You can't do this." Harlan smirked, tossing Lena's ID on the ground. "I can do whatever I want. She's trouble. You should know better." Trouble, that word, it wasn't new. Lena had heard it before, at 16. Stopped for loitering outside a store at 22. Questioned for looking out of place at a concert. She'd read the stats. Black women are 5 times more likely to be stopped without cause than white women, per a 2025 DOJ report. But stats don't capture the shame, the heat in your cheeks, the way your heart screams while your body stays still. Let's step back, because this isn't just Lena's pain. It's a legacy, a chain forged long before her. I've studied these stories, decades of them, and they're not slips, not oversights. They're policy, unwritten but ironclad, a system that sees blackness and reaches for control, sees love across color and calls it chaos. History holds this. Think of the 19th Virginia case, when interracial couples were jailed for daring to wed. Think of the 1980s. Black women harassed for mismatching with white partners. Harlan's stop, his sneer, their echoes, a reflex of a world that still flinches at Lena and Ethan's clasped hands. They weren't a couple to him. They were a violation, and he made them pay. Back to the park. Harlan wasn't done. He turned to Ethan, his voice a taunt. "Why you with her? Plenty of girls your kind around." Ethan's face flushed, his fists clenching. But Lena's eyes met his. "Stay calm. We'll get through." Harlan searched the car, tossing Lena's delivery bag, her phone, a half-eaten granola bar, like they were clues to a crime that didn't exist. "You got drugs?" he asked Lena, his tone accusing, his flashlight blinding her. "No, sister," she said, voice steady, but inside she was breaking, thinking of Kyla, her daughter, 4, at home with Marvin, waiting for a bedtime story, not knowing her mom was being torn apart. Harlan found nothing, because there was nothing, but he cuffed her anyway, metal biting her wrists, dragging her to his car. "You're coming in," resisting an officer. He said, a lie, bold, bare. Ethan shouted. She didn't resist. "This is bullshit." Harlan spun, hand on his taser. "One more word. You're next." Ethan stopped, his eyes wet, his love helpless against a badge. The crowd's phones kept rolling. A woman, maybe 50, black, whispering prayers. A teen, white, texting the video to friends. This is messed up. Lena sat in the patrol car, cuffs cutting, her dress wrinkled, her heart heavy, replaying Harlan's words. "You don't look right together." She thought of Ethan, his laugh, his proposal last month, a ring he was saving for. She thought of Kyla, her tiny hands, her trust, her future in a world that saw her mom as trouble. She thought of Marvin, her dad, 62, a mechanic, who told her, "Love who you love, but be ready. They'll hate it." The cell was waiting, cold, gray. But Lena wasn't new to this. She'd been stopped, searched, shamed, and she'd survived. For Kyla, for Ethan, for herself. Here's a subplot to make it pulse. Marvin Harris, Lena's father, was at home, playing checkers with Kyla, his laugh warm, his heart heavy. He'd seen this before. His wife, Lena's mom, stopped in '92 for driving while black, a night that left her quiet, too quiet. When Lena's text didn't come, her usual "be home soon." "Dad," Marvin's hand shook. He called, "Voicemail?" Again, voicemail. Kyla slept, her mermaid blanket tucked tight, but Marvin couldn't. He drove to the precinct, his old truck rattling, his voice steady but breaking. "My daughter, Lena Harris, where is she?" The desk sergeant, white, 45, barely looked up. "Detained. Come back tomorrow." Marvin stood, unmoving. "I'm her father. I'm not leaving." Meanwhile, that teens video, it exploded on X. Black woman cuffed for walking with white boyfriend. 3 million views by morning, 8 million by noon. The clip was raw, Lena's voice, soft. "Sir, here's my ID." Harlan's hands, rough, her cuffs, Ethan's shout, "This is wrong." Comments raged, some wept, "This breaks my heart." Others scoffed, "They shouldn't mix." The video reached Amina Foster, 35, a black activist, Lena's high school friend, who saw it at 4 a.m. Her tea cold, her resolve burning. By dawn, she was at the precinct with a lawyer, Jamal Tate, 41, black, a former prosecutor who had left the system to fight it. "We're tearing this down," Jamal said, his voice a storm, his files a weapon. The fight roared to life, fierce, human. Jamal filed charges, unlawful detention, assault, racial profiling, backed by the video, the teen, Caleb, who'd filmed it, his courage bigger than his fear. Witnesses stepped up. Mrs. Ellis, 70, a retired teacher, saw it from her bench. That officer, he was hateful, for no cause. Lena's phone log showed her day, work, errands, Ethan's texts. "Love you, nothing suspicious, just life, just love." Amina's post went viral. Columbus PD targets interracial couple. Shared 2 million times. Protests erupted. The park alive. Signs blazing. Love isn't a crime. Kyla's daycare teacher, Miss Rosa, 50, Hispanic, brought her class, their tiny hands holding hearts. For Lena, Harlan's world crumbled, slow then swift. The video hit 15 million views. Global news, protests in London, hashtags trending, Lena and Ethan, and racial profiling. His record surfaced, 22 complaints, all black or brown, all buried, until now. The department floundered. Officer Harlan is suspended, but the crowd wasn't silent. Jamal's case wasn't weak. Lena's truth wasn't small. She was released, no charges. Her wrists scarred, her dress torn, but her fire alive. This isn't just us. She told Amina, her voice raw, real. It's Kyla. It's Dad. It's every love they try to break. Another layer, deeper, truer. Kyla, Lena's soul, didn't know, thought mommy was helping a friend. Her innocence a shield Marvin held tight. When Lena came home, Kyla ran, her hug fierce. You're back. Lena knelt, hid her bruises, smiled. Always. Baby. But Marvin saw the weight, saw his daughter's eyes, like his wife's, like his own. He kept Kyla's heart drawing, taped it to the wall, a promise to fight for her world, for Lena's love. History's here, thick, unyielding. I've studied these wounds, generations deep. Think of the 1960s, miscegenation laws, jailing couples for crossing color. Think of Trayvon Martin, 2012, killed for walking, for being. Lena's stop. It's softer, no blood, but the same root. A system that sees black love, black life in clamps down. Stats cut. Black drivers are 6 times more likely to be stopped than white. 2025 numbers. Cold. True. Harlan didn't act alone. He acted with history, with power, with a badge that led him. The battle grew, wild, alive. Jamal's case was a fortress. The video, Caleb's bravery, misses. Ellis's words, a jogger's GoPro, catching Harlan's sneer. The DOJ probed Columbus PD, its patterns, its sins. Harlan faced trial, assault, misconduct, hate crime, a rare reckoning. He got 3 years, no badge, a wound in the system. The department vowed reform, training, cameras, but Lena knew words fade, only hearts hold. More still, a subplot that sings. At Kyla's daycare, Miss Rosa, she didn't just march, she built. She started a program, Little Voices, teaching kids, black, white, brown, to name bias, to love loud. Lena joined, spoke to parents, her voice shaky, then strong. I'm still here, for her, for them. The program grew, 50 kids, then 200, a community's hope, a mother's dream. The cost was brutal, though. Threats hit, calls to Lena, stay with your own. Mina's car keyed, Jamal's office trashed. Lena's job cut her shifts, budget lies, but she knew why. Yet they stood, Lena, Marvin, Amina, Jamal, Kyla, Caleb, a family forged in fire. Marvin gave Kyla a new heart drawing, framed, a badge of their love. If this breaks your heart, like it breaks mine, smash that like, share it wide. Because this isn't just Lena's fight, it's ours, and it's still burning. Controversy time, let's wrestle. Should Lena have stayed silent, not said sir, not loved Ethan, just obeyed? Some say yes, survival's first. Don't tempt the beast. I say no, her sir, her love. They were her truth, her right to breathe. But it's sharp, every word, every hand held. Risks a cuff, a night, a life. Silence saves, but it kills, doesn't it? Where do you stand? The end wasn't clean, never is. Lena kept walking, her hand in Ethan's. Kyla's laughter their shield. Marvin rallied, his voice a lighthouse. the heart drawing their star. Amina wrote, Jamal fought, Caleb filmed, Miss Rosa taught. The program bought Kyla's books, her dreams, her tomorrow. What's the lesson? I've learned it through years of stories, of tears, of fire. Injustice is a giant, but we're its match. One love, one video, one heart at a time. Lena didn't just survive, she soared. For Kyla, for Ethan, for us. Debate this. Does one couple stand remake the world, or just light it? I say it's a blaze, small, then fierce. Picture Lena, strolling, Ethan's arm around her, Kyla skipping, Marvin smiling, the heart drawing, watching. That's not just strength, it's love, ours still rising. If this moves your soul, hit that like, share it far. This isn't just Lena's story, it's ours, and it's still alive.